Welcome back to Fam Studios, everyone. Today we're making a gluten-free ginger snap cookie, which we need for our Wheel of Cookbooks recipe of the week, which happens to be a coconut fudge. So join me on this adventure as we make these gluten-free cookies. Let's get cooking. Alright guys, so the first thing we've got here is 1 cup of sugar with 3/4 of a cup of softened butter that we are going to whip until it is creamy and smooth together. So let's start whipping this. Alright, for the next thing we're going to do is we're going to crack 1 egg right into it. That is room temp. And then we are going to take 1/4 of a cup of molasses and get that in there too. And try to get as much as we can here with this molasses. Alright, we're going to combine this. We'll go from there. Alright guys, so in this bowl we have 2 cups of gluten-free flour blend that we made homemade. I'm going to add to it 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 2.5 teaspoons of baking soda, a teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of clove, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. So all that is going in. Get that out of the crevice there. And then we are going to whisk this together and get that thoroughly incorporated. Make sure it's all blended correctly. And then we will take this and slowly add it to our creamed butter, sugar, molasses mixture and go from there. Alright, so we have our molasses, butter, sugar mixture here. We're just going to take about 1/3 of this mix in there at a time. Add the remaining flour at this point. And then we are going to scrape down this backside and all the way around this edge. Make sure we get it off of our spatula. Mix the rest. All right. And there is our cookie mixture. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is take about a tablespoon of the dough, maybe a little heaping tablespoon, and we're going to take it, roll it into a ball lightly, drop in some sugar. I've got about half a cup of sugar here. Just going to lightly roll it, and then we're going to put each one on here. Alright guys, so we've got our cookies rolled out. At this point, we're going to put them into a 350-degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes to bake. And then we'll pull them out and let them cool for about 3 to 4 minutes. Here we go. Alright guys, so it has been 12 minutes. We're going to pull our cookies now. And let them sit. And as the potholders say, life happens, coffee helps. These ones kind of connected together because they're a little too close, but hey, that's perfectly fine. Alright guys, so the cookies are done. I have Tisha here to help.
Hello.
So we are both going to try these cookies. Alright, cheers.
Cheers. They are out of the oven.
Mmm.
Not big on ginger snap, but these are good.
Tisha's not big on ginger snap, but they're good, she says. Not bad for gluten-free and really good texture. I'd say this is a win. Links for the flour that we made and the cookies will be in the description. Not our recipe, but we followed one. And let us know what you think. Thank you. Have a good night.